Howdy, howdy, welcome back to Crafty Grinding. Today it's time for me to share my thoughts for Arena Cutoff predictions and Marvel Contest of Champions. Today I'm going to cover round one for the new Venom the Duck and Elsa Bloodstone arenas. So the first thing I always like to do is compare these arenas to past arenas, as then I can look at those past arena results to get an idea if there are any trends or anything to kind of get an idea of what might happen this time. So when it comes to the 5-star feature arena, I think Venom the Duck is going to be, obviously he's in the oldie but goodie kind of group. He, old champs that have been in the game for some time. They've been in the feature arena before, but they still hold some value, some decent value, or some top tier value in the game today. Then when it comes to the 4-star feature, really doesn't matter. No matter how good you are in the game, it's really there's two types. If you're an old champ, meaning you've been a feature champ before at least once, maybe more, or you're new to the game. In the case of Venom the Duck, he's been in the game for a while, so he squarely fits in that old bucket. Then with Elsa Bloodstone, I think she's going to be in that mid area. Basically, this is where you've kind of seen all the first timers, those champs that have been in the game as feature champs, but never in the 4-star basic arena before. So meaning their first time as a feature champ, making it through the cycle to the 4-star basic arena for the first time, and that's the case for Elsa. And then with the 3-star features, kind of like the 4-star feature, really the differences we see is if it's an old or new champ, and as I've been saying for a few minutes now, Venom the Duck is an old champ. Now, since I've got these kind of categorized two past arenas, let's take a look at some of those past arena results. And just to be clear, these past arena results are for the veterans bracket. And if you don't know what that means or you're new to the game, basically there's three types of brackets for the arenas that are set up for Marvel Contest of Champions. Veterans, intermediate, and beginner. The name kind of, especially with beginner, kind of tells you what that's about. Basically, beginner's bracket are for accounts that have been set up, not played, but set up for 1 to 30 days. Intermediate is for 31 to 60 days. And then veterans, any accounts that have been open for over 60 days, you're going to fall into the veterans bracket. And so anyway, these results that you're going to see here over the next couple minutes are all for the veterans bracket. Starting here with the first timers into the 4-star basic arena, you can see that we're anywhere from 2 to 2.5 million. It kind of varies a little bit based off of how good the champ is. These are all pretty decent champs. I think they all have value one way or the other, in my opinion. Sunspot and Black Widow Clairvoyant are probably the better champs, but so even it looks like the community agree with me because those first round cutoffs were a little bit higher, but for the most part we're talking anywhere from 2 to 2.5 million. Now jumping over to the old 3-star feature, these are some way old results, just because nobody across the community regularly shares 3-star feature arena results anymore. But based off of that anecdotal information I get from time to time from folks who watch these videos, and I appreciate the folks who let me know how they're doing in this arena, these results seem to be pretty much the same thing. You get over that last milestone reward, a little bit over that, and you're probably going to get the champ. And then with the 4-star feature for old champs, there's a little bit more variance here. Surprisingly, Thing went down to 4.7, but for the most part, you're anywhere from 5.5 to 6 million and around there kind of thing, around those within 5 to 10%. That's typically what we're seeing now with the trend. And then with the 5-star feature for the oldie but goodie, so these are old champs that have been featured arena champs before, but still have a ton of value in the game. You can see some of the recent champs that have that. They're all right around that mid 35, 33, 35-ish. Now, we did have the exception with Domino, who went really high at 42 million. Some could argue Thing's better. Some, Star-Lord I don't think is better, but still a really decent, good champ. But I think that 42 is kind of an exception. Even with Thing, we saw that cut off right around 35 million, and I think that's kind of more the common numbers we see there. So considering all these past arena results, here are my thoughts for round one of Venom the Duck and Elsa Bloodstone Arena. Starting first with a 5-star feature, Venom the Duck. I think we're looking at that 33, could be 34 million, somewhere right around there. For the 4-star feature, I think we're going to see that 5.8, maybe 6 million for the cutoff. Elsa Bloodstone right around that 2 million range. And lastly, for the 3-star feature, Venom the Duck, 650,000. And again, these these predictions are for the veterans bracket. And as I always like to remind folks, past results don't guarantee future results. So I always like to give a grind target to give yourself a little extra buffer, just in case one of those exceptions happens, like what we saw with that Domino arena not too long ago. So I think go to 37 37, maybe 38 million to give you a better chance at getting Venom the Duck. I think 6.2 million is plenty for the 4-star feature. 2.5, 2.6 for Elsa Bloodstone should be enough. And then lastly, 700, maybe 800,000 for the 3-star feature Venom the Duck. And both these grind targets and cutoff predictions, again, are for the veterans bracket. When it comes to the earlier brackets, I just don't have a ton of data. Nobody regularly gathers that. I do occasionally, similar to the 3-star feature arena, get anecdotal information from the community. Thank you very much for those folks who share those results. But anyway, based off of some of those recently shared numbers, here's kind of the rough ballpark. These are very rough numbers. At the end of the day, as I always say with these arenas, heck, if you can push all the way through the milestones, especially with the 4-star arenas, 4-star basic and 4-star feature, and especially 4-star feature, that's not even going to push you the milestone. But if you get over that 1.5 million cutoff for both 4-star basic and 4-star feature, you're going to get the champ, no matter if you're in the intermediate or beginner bracket. But if you want to kind of cut it close, or you don't have the rosters really to push that far, here are some kind of rough ballpark numbers to consider. Starting first with the beginner's bracket, for the 3-star feature, get around 225,000. 4-star basic, 900,000. 4-star feature, 1.4 million. Jumping down to the intermediate bracket, 3-star feature around 550,000. 4-star basic, 1.1 million, and then the 4-star feature, 1.2 million. So anyway, these are my thoughts for round 1 of Venom the Duck and Elsa Bloodstone arenas. If you have any questions or a different opinion, would love to hear about them. Throw them out on the Crafty Grinding Twitter account, or feel free to post a comment here for this video. More likely, a better chance that I'm going to be able to see your comments out on Twitter, just because it's easier for me to check them there. But I do also occasionally check the comments of my videos. So thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully you found this interesting. If so, I'd really appreciate if you click that thumbs up button, as it tells me that this content continues to be stuff you guys like to see from me, and that means I'll continue to make it. And also helps a lot with the channel, because YouTube and how it decides what videos it shows around likes to see likes, likes to see comments from its watchers, so that's always a good indicator to YouTube as well. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great day.